This episode is brought to you by Amazon. The holidays are here, and you know what that means? It's time to get your friends and family the gifts they deserve. Take the stress out of shopping with Amazon's great deals and low prices on a huge range of items from toys to tech and much more. Whoever you're gifting for, Amazon has great prices on everything you need this holiday season. Shop early holiday deals now.
Hi, Dawnie.
Hey, Deesha.
And welcome everyone to Ursa's Short Fiction, where we geek out on our favorite short stories and writers. I'm Deesha Philyaw, the author of The Secret Lives of Church Ladies. I apologize, I have a little bit of a cold today.
And I'm Dawnie Walton, recovering from a cold last week. I'm the author of the final revival of Opal and Nev. As always, this show is supported by you. Become an Ursa member today by going to ursastory.com/join. You'll get exclusive bonus episodes and you'll help us keep making this show.
Dawnie, we are back.
We back.
It's so good to be here with you. And I would say I've missed you, but we talk and text all the time. And I got to squeeze your juicy baby just a week ago and see both of your lovely faces. But we should catch our listeners up on any news from the past several months. Anything you want to share?
Oh my gosh, there's so much to share. I was lucky enough to produce and be a fly on the wall for your other podcast, Reckon True Stories, woohoo, with the brilliant Kiese Lehman. Congratulations. I know. Congratulations on an amazing first season. Any takeaways from those conversations, which everybody just has been raving about? It's so exhilarating.
I'm so thankful, and I can speak for Kiese as well. We just are so grateful for how well the podcast and those conversations were received. You know, we had conversations where we had some amazing guests, and then other times it was, just the two of us. And I have been struck most by people saying, those conversations encouraged me to keep writing or to start writing again. And it's what we know to be true, that when we are transparent about our processes, transparent about this industry, and it just sort of has the opposite effect of gatekeeping, and it encourages people to do this work that we love. And so I'm always happy to hear from people that, we played some small part in keeping them writing, getting them writing again.
So I'm technically producer on this show, but I have to say, really all that meant was I just sat back and ear hustled and laughed to myself for an hour every episode, because y'all just got on the mic and did your thing. And I think
Thank you.
What makes those conversations with the guests so special is they reflect the fact that you and Kiese are truly top tier literary citizens and community builders.
Thank you.
I feel like our guests felt a certain ease and a comfort with y'all that they wouldn't have anywhere else. And that led to incredible transparency, as you said, incredible jokes,
Yes.
And one of the things we've heard again and again in our reviews for Reckon True Stories is that each episode feels like the listener is just hanging out with you all. And I think for a literary podcast, you say the word literary and people's shoulders go up. It's
yes,
literary,
exactly.
Whatever. But it just was so brilliant, but also very accessible, very casual, very laid back. And that is super special.
Thank you.
And I think the one episode, though, that stuck out for everybody was the one with just you and Kiese talking about the challenges of writing about parents. Mm-hmm. I think so much about writing nonfiction about ourselves and our personal relationships is steeped in a lot of fear for people,
Absolutely.
Of airing stuff out and pissing people off. And I think your candor on that topic made a lot of writers feel more brave, but also wiser about what is writing for yourself only and what is meant for the world, And that was very inspiring. So thank you for your brilliant work.
Thank you. Thank you for being such a partner in all of these wonderful opportunities to talk and to just be good literary citizens together and also have fun. I feel like we have a lot of fun together.
So much fun. So much fun.
And Dawnie, I want everyone to know that congratulations are in order to you because if you all haven't heard, while we were away, Dawnie announced that she has a new novel coming out. Dawnie, what can you tell us about it?
Oh, thanks. I am really excited about this novel. It has been a road, as it is with any novel that you embark on. I started writing this one in the midst of Opal and Nev, and it actually started as a short story I wrote as a break from writing that novel. And it was really, the short story was maybe about 12 pages. It was sort of an extended scene about two Black women who've been best friends since their days as students at an HBCU. And they're at this birthday dinner with their spouses. And over the course of the dinner, you see the cracks in that friendship that emerge. And I've since really imagined into those women who are in their 40s, like me, have a lot in common with me, HBCU grads. And, looking at their friendship from the 90s to the present day and seeing how those cracks were always sort of present and how a scandal around one's husband actually brings them to the breaking point. So it's looking at how relationships might change with our changing understanding of the world, which is stuff that is really super relevant, I feel, for me right now. So it's a very different book from Opal and Nev. It's not set in the music world, though anything I write has tons of cultural references. And it's how can you resist the cultural references when one of your timelines is in the 1990s?
Oh, gosh, yes.
I know, right? So... And it's also not written as an oral history, and the narration is just close to two characters instead of this whole cast of them. But I do think the characters are maybe more relatable than rock stars. I think that readers might recognize pieces of themselves or their own friendships in these women. And then I think anything I write is sort of engaging in certain themes and questions that have become obsessions for me. I write a lot about disappointment. I write a lot about betrayal. I write a lot about ambition, especially how it manifests in women. And I write a lot about intergenerational differences between women, what we admire and what frustrates us about older women who are older than us and women who are younger than us.
Say it.
And so I am there's lots of meaty stuff that I'm wrestling with. And I always find when I'm really in a groove, I don't know if this happens for you too, but anytime I'm watching everything somehow makes me think about the novel and the characters.
Or it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. And so I'm reaching that point with this book, and I'm so excited and tumbling toward my first deadline, which is in March.
Well, I am hyped for it. And of course, everybody be jealous of me. I've already had a sneak peek of the novel itself and got to hear you reading it when we were at Tin House together.
Yes,
and
that's right.
Something about, hearing, someone read their work in their own words. And it is funny and, full of tension just from the very first pages. So I'm very excited for you and excited to see it out in the world.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, Deesha, it's been a few months since our last episodes. We want to tell everyone about what's in store for this season. It is quite the collection of writers and stories.
That's right. We're going to have conversations with S.A. Cosby and Rian Amilcar Scott and original audio stories from T.E. Wilderson, Hallie Hill, Stacey Dennett Sosi, and a whole lot more.
And something else we wanted to note is that this podcast is completely independent and funded by you, our listeners. So if you want to support our show, you can make a one-time contribution or become a monthly or yearly member by going to ursastory.com/join or by subscribing in Apple Podcasts. As a thank you for your support, we're going to have a number of member bonus episodes this season. A lot of these episodes focus on what we've learned about the craft and business of writing and publishing.
And we also realize not everyone can afford a membership. So if you can contribute, that's great. Thank you. If you can't afford a membership right now and you're an aspiring writer, send us an email and we'll see what we can do. You can find our email in the show notes. Our goal with Ursa is to share great stories and build community with fellow writers and readers. So we want to make this show as accessible as possible while still being able to afford to produce it.
And to everyone who listens to this show, thank you for all your support over the past couple years. We're excited to keep going. Stay tuned for season 3, coming very soon.
Yay!
Woohoo!